I want to pose a question to you, one that most men contemplate but seldom voice. What exactly occurs if you have an ejaculation every day? Is this practice beneficial for your health? Or could it be subtly exhausting you? Does it enhance your resilience, peace of mind, or emotional equilibrium? Or does it, over time, secretly deplete your energy and ability to concentrate? Each week, men from around the globe visit my clinic and discreetly ask this exact question. They often lean in as their appointment ends and inquire, "Doctor, may I ask a personal question?" I know precisely what they are about to say because that inquiry reflects the blend of curiosity, confusion, and guilt that almost every man struggles with at some stage. I am Dr. Jason Brooks, men's health specialist, a specialist with over 30 years of experience dedicated to helping men naturally improve their vitality, hormonal balance, and circulation. Tonight, we will engage in a straightforward, scientifically grounded discussion on this subject, the frank talk that many men never have with their physician. If you have ever pondered whether daily release is beneficial, detrimental, or somewhere in the middle, then this video is essential for you. The reality is not a simple yes or no. It isn't inherently good or bad. It relies entirely on your specific circumstances, your age, your hormones, your physical condition, your lifestyle choices, and, crucially, your motivation. While some men flourish with a daily release, others notice it reduces their drive, disrupts their sleep, or leaves them feeling detached. So, what truly goes on within your system? Why does one individual feel invigorated afterward while another feels depleted or lethargic? How can you personally determine what constitutes a healthy rhythm? We will explore these answers in detail today. Before we continue, please let me know your location in the comments. The InnerStrength60 community, which focuses on men's well-being, now reaches people globally, from Canada and the United States to India, Australia, Nigeria, the UK, and the Philippines. Please share your country or city below. It is wonderful to see the reach of this information. While you are commenting, please subscribe and hit the like button, as we consistently delve into men's health subjects that are often overlooked. Topics like vitality, confidence, circulation, and strategies for aging with genuine mental sharpness and physical power. Now, let's immediately establish an important fact. There is no universal recommendation for how frequently a man should ejaculate. A daily release is not inherently good, just as complete abstinence is not automatically superior. The crucial factors are your motivation and your body's post-ejaculation response. Ejaculation initiates a natural yet intricate sequence in the body. The brain releases a cocktail of neurochemicals, including serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins, and dopamine, which generate feelings of relaxation, pleasure, and calmness. Your heart rate increases, blood vessels dilate, circulation is temporarily enhanced, and the body experiences a brief cardiovascular effort. Following this, the reset stage begins. Hormones fluctuate, the nervous system shifts into a slower mode, and the body initiates its recovery process. If this recovery proceeds smoothly, you will wake up feeling energized. If it is incomplete, you might feel restless, low, or fatigued the next day. This explains why some men affirm that daily release improves their sleep, boosts their mood, and alleviates stress, while others report feeling less focused or weaker when they do it too often. The difference is not accidental. It is rooted in biological factors and context. Consider it analogous to physical exercise. Working out is beneficial, but overtraining without adequate rest leads to exhaustion. The same principle holds true here. Your body requires proper balance, rhythm, and time for recuperation. By understanding your body's rhythm, you assume control. You shed the guilt associated with a natural function, but you also avoid exceeding your physical limitations. Therefore, tonight, we will move past the moral judgments and popular misconceptions. I will guide you through the 5 scientifically supported, surprising advantages of daily ejaculation, followed by 5 significant disadvantages that many men only recognize through personal experience. By the time this video concludes, you will possess the clarity needed to determine the right path for your health. No guesswork, no guilt, just informed self-awareness. If you are prepared to achieve a deeper understanding of your body, please continue watching, as the initial benefit we will discuss may be unexpected. It relates less to physical performance and more to your emotional equilibrium, stress response, and brain function. Before we proceed, share in the comments. Have you ever questioned whether your current frequency is beneficial or detrimental to your well-being? I am keen to learn about your personal experience. We will start with the first advantage, a phenomenon nearly every man observes yet few truly comprehend: the release of pleasure-regulating hormones. Ejaculation prompts your brain to unleash a powerful mixture of neurochemicals that immediately alter your emotional state. Dopamine contributes to motivation and a sense of satisfaction. Endorphins work to alleviate discomfort and stress. Oxytocin fosters emotional bonding and trust. Serotonin helps to stabilize your mood. Collectively, these chemicals generate a sensation of relief and tranquility that is both psychological and physical. The post-orgasmic feeling of relaxation is not a sign of fatigue, it is your body's inherent system designed to stabilize and reset your nervous system. For men navigating high-stress environments, this process serves as a natural de-stressor, reducing anxiety and tension while helping to avert irritability. The second advantage is enhanced sleep quality. Following orgasm, the body releases prolactin, a hormone that signals the need for recovery and rest. This, in conjunction with oxytocin, induces a relaxing, heavy sensation that enables many men to drift off to sleep more rapidly. I have noted this benefit among patients struggling with insomnia. Some discovered that a measured, deliberate release facilitated deep, restorative sleep. When performed mindfully rather than impulsively, it can positively affect next-day energy levels and recovery. It is essentially nature's gentle sleep assistance. The third advantage involves better circulation and blood flow. An orgasm is an event that engages the entire body. Your heart rate accelerates, blood vessels expand, and oxygen delivery to the entire body, including the brain, is increased. This temporary spike in blood circulation functions as a minor cardiovascular exercise. It assists in preserving the flexibility of blood vessels and ensures improved delivery of vital nutrients to various organs and muscles. For individuals over 50, where blood circulation typically declines with age, this periodic activation of the vascular system can be very advantageous. It helps maintain responsiveness, supports good blood pressure, and is linked to more robust morning erections. Consider it routine, gentle maintenance for your cardiovascular system. The fourth benefit, which often comes as a surprise, is its connection to the health of the prostate. The prostate secretes and stores a fluid that is expelled during ejaculation. Prolonged periods of fluid retention may lead to inflammation or congestion in the prostate for certain men. A study conducted by Harvard University, which monitored over 30,000 men for nearly 20 years, indicated that participants who ejaculated 21 or more times each month had a decreased likelihood of developing prostate cancer. The probable mechanism suggests that consistent activity helps in the regular flushing of metabolic waste and aged cells from the prostate, promoting a healthier state. While this does not imply that frequency alone is a preventative measure, it does suggest that regular release can contribute to prostate comfort and well-being when integrated with a balanced diet, regular exercise, proper hydration, and scheduled medical screenings. The fifth benefit is a boost to the immune system. Research demonstrates that levels of immunoglobulin A, an antibody vital for defending the body against bacteria and viruses, are temporarily elevated following sexual arousal and orgasm. Furthermore, the stress reduction that accompanies orgasm lowers the amount of cortisol, a stress hormone known to weaken immunity when persistently high. These combined effects collectively enhance the efficiency of your immune system. This improvement is subtle but contributes to long-term resilience, particularly in older individuals whose immune function naturally diminishes with time. Therefore, it is clear that regular ejaculation offers distinct biological and emotional benefits when integrated into a healthy rhythm. It aids your mood, enhances sleep, supports blood flow, contributes to prostate cleansing, and may strengthen your immunity. However, achieving balance is paramount. These advantages manifest when the action is part of a conscious, relaxed pattern, not when it devolves into a draining or compulsive behavior. As a men's health specialist, I continually advise my patients that balance is the most effective approach. Your body possesses inherent wisdom. It will communicate the right frequency to you. If you are sleeping well, waking up with energy, and maintaining emotional stability, your current rhythm is likely optimal. Conversely, if you feel unmotivated, restless, or tired, your body is indicating the need for rest. Having examined the advantages, we must now candidly address the other aspect of this discussion: the potential disadvantages that may subtly arise when a daily routine crosses the line from a healthy balance into overuse. This is the focus of our next section. Please share in the comments which of the benefits we discussed was the most unexpected for you. Have you observed an improvement in your sleep quality or mood following a release? I am eager to hear your stories. Let us now have an honest conversation regarding the potential negative consequences of ejaculating every day. Although there are definite upsides when the practice is balanced, a daily release executed without mindfulness can sometimes be counterproductive. Your brain and body operate according to natural cycles. When these rhythms are neglected, you may begin to experience subtle side effects, such as reduced desire, lower motivation, or diminished energy. The first significant drawback is the development of compulsive habits. There is a major distinction between consciously choosing daily release because it supports your health, and feeling compelled to do it out of necessity. Compulsion occurs when the mind persists even though the body no longer requires it. From a biological standpoint, excessive repetition alters your brain's reward circuitry. Each climax causes a spike and subsequent drop in dopamine levels. When this occurs too frequently, your brain becomes conditioned to anticipate constant stimulation to maintain a feeling of normalcy. This process gradually leads to tolerance, requiring increased frequency or intensity to achieve the same feeling of satisfaction. Emotionally, this can result in feelings of guilt or disappointment. Practically, it can divert your focus from your professional life, personal interests, and even your relationships. The fundamental question to pose to yourself is straightforward. Am I in control of this choice, or is this choice controlling me? The second drawback is the use of ejaculation as a means of emotional avoidance. All men inevitably experience periods of loneliness, boredom, or stress. However, relying on orgasm as the exclusive coping mechanism turns it into a temporary fix rather than a real solution. Biologically, your nervous system gradually becomes reliant on that rapid chemical surge to normalize mood. Emotionally, this prevents you from truly processing your feelings. In a practical sense, you may begin to sidestep real human connection or constructive activities such as learning, physical exercise, or social engagement. I advise my patients that self-pleasure is a valid component of a comprehensive wellness strategy, but it should not serve as the sole source of stress relief. It is vital to cultivate diverse coping methods. Try meditation, go for a walk, practice breathing techniques, or talk to a friend. Allow your mind and body alternative avenues for restoration. The third drawback involves a reduction in sperm count for those aiming to conceive. For men in their 30s and 40s planning to start a family, daily ejaculation can temporarily decrease sperm concentration. The body typically requires 48 to 72 hours to fully restore optimal levels. If your objective is conception, spacing release to once every 2 or 3 days can potentially enhance fertility. For men over 50, this consideration is less pressing unless you and your partner are actively trying to achieve pregnancy, but understanding the body's production timeline remains valuable. The fourth drawback is a decrease in desire or physical sensitivity. Excessive repetition, particularly when performed rapidly or in an identical routine, trains the nervous system to anticipate intensity and speed over variety and intimate connection. Over time, the dopamine receptors in the brain may become less reactive. Consequently, you might start feeling a sense of numbness or detachment, even when you desire arousal. Numerous men describe this experience as simply going through the motions without feeling any real passion. The remedy is straightforward. Implement brief rest periods. Even a few days of abstinence can revitalize your sensitivity and enable your body to respond with greater intensity once more. The fifth drawback is a lack of consistency in performance. If the nature of stimulation becomes rushed or mechanical, your body internalizes that pattern. Your nervous system is conditioned to respond to brief, intense bursts, rather than sustained control and endurance. For some men, this conditioning manifests later as performance anxiety with a partner, or premature ejaculation. This is not a sign of a dysfunctional body, it has simply been conditioned to conclude too quickly. You have the ability to retrain it by consciously slowing the pace, concentrating on your breathing, and maintaining a relaxed, deliberate rhythm. Treat this like any form of muscle memory. The pattern you rehearse is the pattern you execute. Therefore, while daily release is perfectly fine for some individuals, for others, it can subtly diminish energy, dampen motivation, and flatten their mood if recovery time and awareness are neglected. As with any routine, the intent behind the action is more significant than the frequency itself. If you find that it aids your sleep, reduces stress, and leaves you feeling good the following day, your body is adapting effectively. If, however, you feel sluggish, restless, or depleted, your body is signaling a requirement for equilibrium. Your biology is not working against you, it serves as your built-in feedback system. Pay close attention to its messages. Quick adjustments, such as increasing hydration, prioritizing sleep, adopting a slower rhythm, or taking short breaks, can rapidly restore stability and sensitivity. Now that we have explored both the advantages and disadvantages, let us turn our attention to establishing the optimal balance for your personal goals, energy levels, and age. What is effective for one man may not be suitable for the next. Share in the comments. Have you ever noticed an alteration in your desire or energy when your rhythm changes? Which frequency appears to be most effective for you? So, what is the process for identifying the optimal rhythm for your body? How do you pinpoint the frequency where release becomes a health benefit rather than a drain? The answer is not a specific numerical frequency, it is only a matter of feedback. Your body communicates all the necessary information provided you are willing to heed it. The primary advice I give my patients is to monitor their overall feeling, rather than strictly tracking the number of times they release. Pay attention to minor indicators. Do you wake up feeling strong, clear, and light? Or do you feel sluggish, disconnected, or fatigued? Are your morning erections consistently strong, or are they diminishing? Do you easily fall asleep, or do you find yourself lying awake and restless afterward? These consistent patterns are the body's way of signaling its state of balance. When a daily release is beneficial, you will feel energized, focused, and composed the following day. When it is detrimental, you will feel numb, distracted, or depleted. For example, one of my patients, who is 61, visited my office feeling off. He wasn't exactly weak, but he lacked vitality. He had started releasing every day in retirement because it helped him unwind. However, after a few months, his energy levels dropped. He was sleeping poorly, napping more often, and feeling low. We modified his routine. He began spacing his sessions to every other day and incorporated a 10-minute post-release walk instead of immediately going to sleep. Within 2 weeks, his energy and ability to focus were restored. He remarked, "I barely changed anything, yet I feel like my old self again." This illustrates the profound impact of minor, awareness-driven adjustments. For most men over the age of 50, I suggest viewing sexual recovery in the same context as muscle recovery after a workout. Your hormones, cardiovascular system, and pelvic nerves all require time to properly reset. While younger men might recover in a matter of hours, your body, as natural testosterone production slows with age, benefits significantly from longer breaks. For many, this translates to a rhythm of every 1 to 3 days, rather than daily. This interval allows your body the necessary time to replenish energy stores and uphold an optimal hormonal balance. Moreover, hydration is a factor that is often underestimated. Each ejaculation expels a fluid rich in electrolytes, enzymes, and essential minerals. If these are not adequately replenished, even a slight state of dehydration can negatively impact energy levels, prostate comfort, and blood flow. Consuming a simple glass of water immediately afterward, combined with consistent hydration throughout the day, is crucial for maintaining robust circulation. I stress to my patients that fluid intake is just as critical as their physical activity. The subsequent cornerstones are exercise and sleep. Insufficient sleep and a sedentary lifestyle are far more damaging to testosterone levels and circulation than the frequency of release. When you ensure 7 to 8 hours of sleep and incorporate daily physical movement, even a 30-minute walk, your sexual health will remain more stable. Men who focus on these fundamental aspects seldom need to excessively scrutinize their frequency. Their bodies naturally adopt an appropriate rhythm. Finally, we address mindset. Many men were conditioned to associate guilt with this subject. They view their biology as something to suppress or control, rather than something to comprehend. However, guilt creates psychological tension, and tension invariably leads to dysfunction. By replacing shame with a curious, accepting approach toward your body, you foster a better hormonal response. Stress hormones diminish, blood flow improves, and the nervous system remains in balance. True discipline is rooted in awareness, not avoidance. To establish your healthy personal rhythm, adhere to 3 core guidelines. First, prioritize your body's signals over numerical targets. Second, focus on the quality of your recovery, not just the frequency of your release. Third, provide your body with rest whenever it signals a need. If your confidence, mood, and energy levels are stable, your rhythm is working well. If any of those fade, step back and reset. The body consistently responds positively to respect. To simplify this process, I provide my patients with a simple self-reflection question. Following each release, ask yourself, do I feel replenished or drained? If your answer is replenished, you have achieved balance. If the answer is drained, ensure you rest, hydrate, and get quality sleep before the next time. Remember, the goal here is not limitation, it is about establishing a functional rhythm. Your body holds more wisdom than you may realize, you simply need to listen intently. In the comments, please share if you have ever adjusted your personal rhythm. What effects did you observe on your sleep or energy levels? Your experiences are valuable and help other men learn from real-world insights. Let us briefly summarize the key takeaways. You have learned that ejaculating daily is neither inherently harmful nor automatically healthy. It is a natural biological process, and the critical factor is how effectively you recover, respond, and integrate it with the rest of your life. We covered 5 tangible benefits. Regular release can enhance your sleep, elevate your mood, support circulation, contribute to prostate health, and potentially strengthen your immune system. These are significant advantages when approached with awareness and moderation. However, we also discussed the counterpoints. A daily release conducted without mindfulness may lead to issues such as emotional dependence, compulsive behaviors, decreased sensitivity, poor performance consistency, or reduced sperm quality. These are not failures, but rather signals from your body requesting time for recovery. The reality is that your sexual rhythm is unique to you. It will shift in response to your age, lifestyle, and stress levels. What was ideal for you at the 30th of May no longer be beneficial at 60, and this progression is entirely natural. As your body changes, so must your habits. The secret to maintaining strength and confidence lies in learning to be adaptive rather than resistant. I have seen men well into their 70s regain strength and balance simply by prioritizing their body's feedback. They shifted their focus from maximizing frequency to optimizing recovery by ensuring sufficient sleep, hydrating properly, walking every day, and adjusting their release schedule based on how they genuinely feel.